Hi everyone, Grada here. I am so happy to be back with you for you, the Miracle FM, and just to give you a bit of an uplifting, light feeling in your body at the end of a busy day. And so today I really want to share something with you that as an answer to what one of my clients came to me with a question, like she said, Grada, how do I know that I'm living the right life? How do I know that this life that I'm leading right now is the right life for me? How do I know I'm in the right place at the right time? And I thought this was a really, really powerful, heartfelt question. So during the session that we had, we unpacked it for her, but I actually want to share some findings that I had from this for you. So many years ago there was actually another guy who had a similar question, and he decided that he didn't want to live his life sort of half dead, or he didn't want to end up dying or be on his deathbed, and realized that he hadn't sucked all the marrow out of the bone. That was his expression. He wanted to live life in all its richness, and so he went on an experiment. He went into the forest. So he gave up his life as he knew it, and he went into the forest, so into the wood, and he did an experiment for 2 years. And when he came out of the forest, he was feeling enriched. I can't really see anyone. Wait a minute, I'll just see. Sorry guys. Yeah, that's better. So thanks for tuning in. So this is about, like, I'm going to give you some pointers to allow you to see if you are on the right track for you, or if you should make some course corrections, right? So this guy went on an experiment. He left a successful business behind because he didn't want to run the risk of being on his deathbed and having regrets and realizing I lived my life only half, only 50%, or I didn't really live the life that was meant for me. And so my client had a similar question. And so my answer really was that your life is right for you when you love your life, like when you have a wonderful life and it has an element of that you feel so free, right? So that's why that other guy went into the forest to really liberate himself, and in his own words, to bring lightness into his life, like a sense of lightness. And so you know that your life can be different, that your spirit or your soul wants you to have a different life if you're experiencing stuckness, if you're not feeling free, if you sometimes feel cornered, and so on. And so I'm not going to say pack up everything and go bush, but I'm going to show you what you can do to change that, to get you back on track, right? Because let's face it, we all probably have periods in our life where we feel like, this doesn't feel right, and it can go on for many years actually, or this is like soul destroying. We use those words. Then you can implement some changes and free yourself from your situation. So the first thing I'm going to suggest to you is that catch yourself making decisions as you go through the day. We make decisions all the time, like this, even a decision to boil the kettle, to have a cup of tea, or to have a shower, or to brush your teeth. I'm just mentioning this. To put shoes on or not, and so on. Each decision that you make, catch yourself doing it and ask yourself, am I making this decision from a place of love or from a place of fear? Because the reality is the majority of human beings, unfortunately, are not conscious that they wake up on the frequency of fear. They go through the day in fear, and they go to sleep in fear, then they even feel fearful, or they're living on a fear-based frequency even in their sleep, so they don't have a good restful night. And we know that fear is very constricting. And so, like, if I can use this analogy, fear and love share the same frequency. So if fear is up here, like, because you're not even conscious of it a lot of the time, It's almost as if we don't choose it, but of course at some level we do choose it, we just don't know. But then love is down here. So it's about bringing some of that love awareness back into your life. And so that will immediately stabilize the frequency of fear. Fear goes down, love goes up, and you start to love your life. So what does it mean when you love your life? Okay, well, to me, I've already just said that before, it feels very freeing. The energy of freedom and love are very, very close to each other. You feel safe, your creative juices are flowing, you want to jump out of bed in the morning, you have the space in your relationship, so space, that's another word for freedom. Your partner loves it when you thrive. Your partner doesn't restrict you, isn't jealous of your success, if you have a partner, that is. And you feel, how do I say it, you have the confidence to be yourself. So even say when you're at work, you can speak your opinion, even if it's different to everyone else's. That's the sort of life that you can live. That means you are living life on your terms. You are living the right life for you. So you have this inner confidence, this inner strength, and I guess inner guidance. Your intuition is active, and it's kind of saying, no, not this way, not that way, and this is your path. So that takes a little bit of work, and your intuition can be activated and becomes a lot louder when you make choices that are based on love. So another way to put that into words is when it comes to a decision, let's say a bigger decision, but it can be a little decision as well. It can be like, shall I go to bed now, even though it's only 9 o'clock at night, or shall I stay up and do something else? You can ask yourself, what would a person who loved herself do right now? What would that person do, the person who loved herself or himself right now? What would that person do? What is the decision that person would make? This can come to food choices, staying in a relationship. If your relationship makes you feel trapped and it's not working for you, you're not feeling honored and respected, it's time to go inward and connect with your intuition and ask yourself some serious questions. Because the universe is God or Source or the Divine, wants you to live a good life. It wants you to live your best life. So these are some ideas that I jotted down for you. So if you are leading your best life, well and good, right? And it's also really great to see your life as an experiment, right? So an experiment means you're trying this out and you're trying that out. And after a while, you will know for sure that this is my path. This is my authentic path. This is what I'm called to do. This is what I came into the world with. You'll feel it because you'll feel joy. Your joy will be flowing because your life purpose, your soul purpose, is always connected to your joy or joy level or your joy meter. We have a thing, you could call it a joy meter, and when that goes down, you'll feel a lot of resistance, and that's actually letting you know, well, you're not really fully living the life that you're meant to be living. And you could end up with some regrets. So it's always good to tune in and find that joy again. You might have to, feel around and feel into what used to give me joy and backtrack a little bit and find your way back that way. So you deserve to live your best life, right? You didn't come into the world to live somebody else's life or to be dictated by somebody else's manual, right? You came with your manual, and that manual is actually written in your soul, really. And that's your soul blueprint. And your intuition, that's your own inner voice, will guide you and will let you know, no, this is not right, and yes, this is right, because it'll feel good. it'll feel good to you. So sometimes it might take a little bit of practice and a bit of exercising, but just to bring it back to these tiny little slices all day long. When you make the decision, you ask yourself, how is this honoring me? Is this loving me? Is this decision made out of love, or am I making it because I'm fearful? And so if you're recognizing this is a pattern in you, that you're literally feeling a bit stuck and there is too much fear in your life, and trust me, I've been there. I used to, I've been through many ups and downs, so I'm speaking really from experience here. But what's always helped me and what got me back on track was if I started to live from my own vision. So this is another little clue that will help you get your car back on the road, onto the highway of living your life, your best life, right? And with more freedom and flow. It's by making choices that honor you, that come from love, from self-love as well, or divine love or unconditional love. And by living from your vision, so like what you want for you, your dream, your goal. But really, I guess I'm talking about a dream here, because you can't wait for circumstances to change, because your circumstances were actually also created by you, because everything happens in here first. It's created in here first by your thoughts and feelings, and then it is materialized. So one thing that Pete and I have always been, that's been our saving grace, probably because we've been through some really nightmarish periods of our lives. One thing that really helped me was that I had a really clear vision of how I saw myself in the future. I didn't like where I was at the time, or I was confused, or there were difficulties or a lot of pain and trauma and conflict and so on. I got out of that by visualizing, and I would write it down as well, what my ideal life looked like, right? And so the ideal grad, what would she be doing? How would she love a life? And so actually, looking back, it didn't really take me very long to get that ideal life, right? It didn't take me years and years and decades. And for those of you who know my story, you know that I've overcome some really big obstacles. So you don't lead your life from your circumstances, you lead your life from your inner vision. Okay, so that's another thing that you need to learn to trust in, connecting. You're worth it, you deserve it, you have a right. So you have to even overcome all those blockages that we have, like we call it abundance blocks. And so I want to finish with a little meditation that's going to lead you into a path of you finding your ideal life. So you could be completely lost in the woods, but it doesn't matter, because all you have to do is start thinking of how your ideal life looks like. What is the life that you would love to live? You're just wonderful. You want to get up every morning and jump out of bed and feel real joy during the day and freedom, and you're doing what you love to do, and you have confidence and inner strength and connection. What does that look like for you? And so it takes a little bit of effort to hook into that. That's what you hook into, right? That's going to fuel you and bring you back on track. And then also there will be voices in you that rise up and go like, oh, you don't deserve it, or nobody else is doing that, or all those voices, you know what I mean. Well, you just ignore them. Or there might be a voice that says, well, it never worked out before, so why do you even try? So you can just say, well, that was in the past, and I'm starting all over again. So meditation is actually one of the best ways to really fast forward your evolution and to help you to get where you are very quickly. So I want to do a little guided meditation with you tonight just to help you feel in alignment with the universe. So the universe is your partner, right? It's always conspiring to help you, and it wants to bring you gifts and blessings. Okay, I'm just going to invite you to relax a little bit. Close your eyes. Feel your eyeballs soften in the back of your head. And just relax. And as you're doing that with your eyes closed, you visualize suddenly that there is a pathway open to you. It's like a door that's open to you, a clear path. It's in front of you, and it's going to lead you into more exciting experiences, more abundance, greater experiences, more energy flow, more vitality. And yet you realize that you've always been swimming or existing in a sea of abundance. And the only thing perhaps that's been missing is your decision to want a great life for yourself. Or maybe there's been some hesitancy. And you know what? Abundance and hesitancy are not on the same frequency. It's like they're opposites. And so indecision and clarity are also not on the same frequency. And so now you're going to be like that man that went to the woods, but you're going to do your own experience. You don't need to go into the woods for that. And so you're going to decide right now that you're going to live a life that's just perfect for you, that suits you. So just keep your eyes closed and breathe into your body. And you're choosing to live a life that's perfect for you. It's your life, not anyone else's. And you're going to stay true to yourself. So imagine right now this wonderful path for you is opening up and leading upwards. You're stepping out of your door and onto the path. And it's like a path that you've never seen before, and you start to take some steps. And it's going upwards, up onto a mountain. And this mountain signifies a different life. A life where you're making decisions that are coming from love, not fear. And you recognize that the decision to walk this path has given you a whole new perspective on life. Suddenly there are many opportunities that appear for you. And suddenly you remember some dreams that you may have had a long time ago and you'd forgotten them, and now those dreams are coming back to you. And you just notice how green everything is. You hear the birds, you hear busy traffic noise a long way in the distance, and it's all quiet here. You may even hear some beautiful music, the air is clear, and you just breathe into your body again and relax. And this path is leading you to your destination, your desired life, your ideal life. Then you also remember what you heard one time, that each blade of grass has its own angel, and this angel is watching over the grass as it grows. And you are just as important as a blade of grass, and you have your own army of angels to support you, to lead you into your desired life. You have your helpers and your ancestors. And you feel your desire to lead your ideal life. It's getting stronger with each step. You're starting to feel feelings of gratitude, of love. You feel a shift in energy. You feel yourself open more. Your thoughts are becoming more constructive. And you know that your life from this point onward is getting better in every way. Every day, in every way, your life is getting better and better. So you continue up the path towards your dream life. And then in the distance, you see your future self. She's walking towards you. You recognize her or him as your future self. As she's walking towards you, she's holding out her hands. And you notice how energetic she looks, how bright. You see this radiant light of passion and inspiration and being fully alive, shining through, coming from the core of her body or his body. And so now she or he stops right in front of you. I'll just make it a she for now. And she looks into your eyes, so this is your future self. And she's already living the life that is meant for you, your desired life. And she's asking you if there's something that you need from her now that could help you today or tomorrow. And as you're making up your mind what that could be, you hold her hands, right? So you touch her hands that she's holding out to you, and you feel an energy exchange. So she is giving you right now, she's immersing you with new, fresh energy. You feel a shift in energy. You feel a reconnection with your old dreams, and suddenly you feel inspired. You feel a little bit more clear, and you feel your inner strength and confidence is being ignited. And just notice how that feels in your body now. So just feel your body, how still it is and how calm, how good everything feels. You realize that nothing is out of order. It might seem like that, but it really isn't. And you are much bigger than your circumstances or your conditions. Your future self is showing you that, and she's holding the space for you. So just notice how much more energy is coming into you. You're receiving it. Feel it go into all the spaces of your body, all the cells, all the spaces inside the cells. Feel this fresh energy run from the top of your head down into your feet and then back into your heart center. And so while you're in this space, I'm going to invite you to release to the universe some of your deepest desires that you have for yourself. So there can be the desire for more money, because money is a symbol of your freedom, a desire for more freedom, a desire for more safety or security, more love and connection, a desire for true love, for true health, for not having any pain in your life, having energy instead, for peace and harmony in your relationships, a desire, even the desire for you to live your best life, a life that is right for you, a life that is just perfect for you, and that you have clarity and that you feel connected to your internal navigating system, which is your intuition. So just release all those desires into the universe, and they're being heard. The message is gone, the signal is gone into the universe, and the universe is now going to rearrange your circumstances so that you can lead your ideal life, where you feel liberated and you can live from an expanded foundation, right? And every time when you feel constricted from now on, you can just come back to making that decision that I am leading my life from love. I'm not leading my life from fear anymore. I'm choosing love over fear. What would a person who loved herself properly choose right now? And then hook back into your vision or the dream that you have for yourself, and just keep creating and operating from inside your vision. And so I'm just going to invite you to take another nice deep breath into your body, connecting every part of your body from the top of your head all the way down to your feet and back up. And then I'm going to ask you to open your eyes again and come back into your room, feeling relaxed, feeling refreshed, feeling more connected to your purpose, and just remembering that you are here to experience joy, to experience love, and to enjoy your life and for your light to shine. So thank you everyone for tuning in with me tonight, and you can watch the replay and start again so you know why I chose this subject. I think this is a really pertinent topic for many of us, especially for all the overgivers in the world. There's so many of you who are just giving and giving, and then it's also easy to lose your way. So these are some simple ways for you to get back on track and to really, really start living the life that you deserve. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you again next Monday. Bye for now. Bye.